Thank you for helping me heal myself.
So yeah, gather your things, get some water to drink, coffee, tea, whatever you like. We're gonna have fun, it's a new day. This is Creative Companions, where we're all believing mirrors for one another. I believe in you. I believe in your progress and growth. If you're here, obviously you believe in me too, so thanks. I appreciate you. Let's see. I need to put my other glasses on so I can see what's happening. So today we're talking about You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. We're on chapter 4. Let's see here, make sure I have everything set up correctly. It says action needed, so we're going to see if it tells me. I don't understand that. Are we working? Is anyone there? Oh, there we are. Didn't know where the comments were. They changed things on me. Hi, Donna. Oh, I don't know. Scooter's good. Yes, yes. Yeah, I like my sunglasses too. Am I coming through loud and clear? Everything good? Yeah. Okay. So today, welcome to today. This is Creative Companions. I'm Kim, your creative guide and constant companion. I'll get my little seat ready here. I have a nice pillow to sit on. You know, Creative Companions is all about taking care of our creative part of ourselves, our higher self, our creative self, that part that wants to create, that is about self-care. It's about loving ourselves. We talk about basically the same things every week now, don't we? So in this now, right away, let's just sink in and deepen our breath a little as we move about our space and get our things ready for Creative Companions for today. I have my favorite blankie here to sit on. My bell to ring occasionally to bring me back to now. I have a pillow that Grandma Mary made. Actually, my blankie, my daughter-in-law made for me out of a bunch of denim, leftover jeans. It's so great and comfy and cozy. I love to cover up with it. I love to sit on it. I got my yellow pillow that Grandma Mary made. I'm going to sit on that. Got my favorite smock on, all painted up. We're going to need a piece of cardboard to paint on today, whatever size you have available. And if you've been with me before, you know we paint on cardboard because recycle, folks. There's way too much cardboard in the world. You get them Amazon boxes. Your neighbors get them Amazon boxes. Like, tear those things down and keep them. And those are great canvases for you, for your grandkids. I put together in a pile here all of my Creative Companion cardboards that I could find. It's so cool to be in this space and have all my stuff here. This is my daughter's house, and she's let me spread out and stay here for a bit. Yeah, so anyway, so cardboard, yeah, make your cardboard into something beautiful. So whatever size you have today is good. You're going to need some acrylic paint. Whatever colors you have is good. If you have watercolors only, that's good. If you have markers only, that's good. It's all good. You need some brushes. You're going to need a palette or another piece of cardboard to squirt your paint out on. You're going to need water. Water to drink, too. Always have my water bottle available, and drink your water, folks. It's good to hydrate. It's all about taking care of ourselves. You know, water indeed. So, drink your water. Might need some paper towels. You know, the fun things that you like to have around you. We're going to be in this space for about an hour. Just breathing. That's something we talk about every week, and we meditate. So we're going to meditate here in a minute, but first let me talk about, like, why do we meditate? And we meditate to come to the present moment, to calm all systems and to be here now with ourselves and with this creative process. So always we're just from the beginning as we're together here for this hour, we're when we remember to going back to the breath, we're also I wanted to talk about the morning, and we talk about the basic tools that we have and that we use that we learned in the artist way. And one of them is the morning pages, and the question often is, why in the morning? Why in the morning? Why in the morning, for me, for the last 27 years, have I been grabbing my journal and writing 3 pages of brain drain in the morning, every morning, most mornings. Most mornings. Why do I do that? Why do we do that? Why do we practice that? Because it's triggering to me first thing in the morning that I care about myself, that I love myself enough to do that thing. And then I've been following that up with a marker meditation. And if you follow us here in group, I've been posting those. That's something new for me, using all the colors first thing in the morning. Again, it is saying, I love you enough to give you this time, creative self, to make something pretty before you go, do all the things you think you should or need to do, or things for other people, or go be of service, or whatever it is that you do in the world. Before you do that thing, if you give your creative self that time, it's honoring that part of you daily and first. And we're retraining ourselves to love ourselves more and more and more, and therefore, I love myself, therefore, I daily write in my journal. I love myself, therefore, self-care is sacred. I understand that self-care is essential. For me to be able to, shine in the way I want to shine. Self-care is sacred. Self-care is essential. I learned something in the past couple weeks, and we will get to meditating here in a minute, and we will get to talking about you can heal your life, and we will get to painting. But first, I just want to say, we focus on the breath. We learn to breathe in through our nose, into our bellies, hold it there. Pause in between and breathe out, and lengthen our breath. You can go ahead and do that now. I guess this could be meditation. In this meditation, you're just practicing the art of breathing, conscious breathing. And conscious listening. Breathing and listening. So I've been taught by my life's experiences and my practices with the breath, the importance of and the power of the breath. I first started practicing breath practices via Lamaze Childbirth Association when I was pregnant for my first child, which I'm reminded of right now as I'm living with my daughter who is pregnant with her first child. So it was there at Lamaze that I learned to not focus on the pain, allow, focus on the breath, allow. I got reminded of how significant this breath work is this past week or so. It's been over a week now ago that I had 2 teeth pulled. I was in the dentist chair for over 2.5 hours with my mouth as wide open as it could go and my head back as far as it would go. And I focused on my breath. You know, we're also talking about changing our thoughts and how do we talk to ourselves, you know. And somebody said to me, talk to yourself like you talk to River. That's my granddaughter. You know, when we talk a lot about, we have this child creative self within who gets scared, who, you know, has hang-ups. And we also have higher self, source, creator, whatever we call that, is speaking through us to us. So when I sat there in the dentist chair and first started just breathing as she talked to me, and, you know, even on the walk there, I'm focused on the breath, and I'm okay. It's all good. This is me taking care of me, is what I was saying to myself in the beginning. This is me taking good care of myself. It's not going to be the most comfortable thing I've ever done, but I'm grateful that I'm taking good care of myself. And I continue to just focus on the breath, and I have waves of purple. I had long periods of time where I forgot that I was in the dentist chair. We are the masters of our own minds. Any thoughts that we have about the past or about the future are our thoughts to accept and let pass, or if we're hung up on a thought that is not serving us well as the master of our own minds, we have the power to change that thought. So instead of thinking, oh, this is horrible, I don't like being at the dentist, I'm scared, and a couple times my little child self did try to rear up and say such things, I simply reminded myself, oh, I'm here to take care of you, you're not scared, you don't have to be scared. You know, I feel very comfortable with this dentist, and they're doing what they love to do. They are taking good, loving care of you right now. They never let anybody drown in the dentist chair, so don't be afraid. You're okay, and now if I drift again. Back to the breath. I'm going to give you another example. I was sitting with my yogini, Gina, one day, and I said, oh, this was a long time ago. I expressed discomfort. My foot's asleep. Gina said, just breathe. Don't focus on it. Focus on now. And notice, simply notice that it's there. Came to pass. This came to pass. Moment to moment, this came to pass. It all just came to pass. It didn't come to stay. Just breathe and allow. Listen for cues. Know that we're on our path. Meditation is also to check in with your body. Do a scan, top to bottom. Slow as you want to. Is there discomfort anywhere? Just breathe and your body will move where it needs to go. As we meditate, we just let the thoughts go by. Or perhaps we choose a mantra. Treating myself as a precious object makes it so. All is well. That humming. Playing with that and how that changes with the breath, and how your straightening of your spine changes that humming sound that's coming out. Allowing yourself to just find what feels good and just breathe in this moment and settle in and be comfortable and be warm and comfortable, safe. Did you close your eyes? Close your eyes and just simply allow your eyelids to relax. Eyelids relax. Tell them to. Half smile. Smile bigger. It's somebody's birthday. We're not trying. We're not pushing to do anything. We're just here now, breathing, listening. As we meditate, we remember that the sounds around us just help us to relax more. We choose ease. Wiggle around if you need to. Allow your head to just hang forward. Take the weight off your neck. It doesn't have to do the work for a minute. Let your head, your chin touch your chest and your head just hang there. Let it go, let it go. Deep breathing. Let's do 3 deep breaths now. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. You can sigh as loud as you want to. You're in your space, yeah? In and out. One more. Filling up, filling up, filling up like a big balloon. And hold. I like take another sip. And let it go. Open your eyes. Here now we are. Welcome to the now. Welcome to here. All is well in our world. It's good to be here. Man, I like my room. Look at that. Love having all my art around me like that. And get my glasses. Where did I put those now? Ring the bell. It's also a signal. We hear the bell to only be here now. Here in your space. Enjoying your space. So, I hope that you had a wonderful week. Wrote in your journals, practice self-care, artist dates. I had a friend stop by and she really, Holly, reminded me of the artist date. And an artist date is a block of time that you set aside for just you and your artist self, not creative companions, not this live feed, because this is a group thing we do together. Something you do all by yourself just for fun. 1 hour a week is recommended. More if you can. You know, go fly a kite, go for a walk, go dance in your yard in your new cape. I did that. If you haven't seen the video, you might want to watch that. Mama Gina from Florida made me a beautiful cape out of ties. It's over there on the bed. I'll try to remember to put it on at the end. But that's an artist date. You know, and when I described an artist date to my friend Sally, who lives out in the woods in West Virginia, she said, well, my life is an artist date. I do fun things I want to do all day long. How about that? Even going to work, you know, do something you love. Find a way to love what you do at work, you know. You got to spend 8 hours a day there, whatever your job is, you know, yeah. So, take that artist date. And it reminds me that, you know, artist dates sometimes are a difficult one for me. I get stuck in doing what I'm supposed to. You know, and my job is painting. And I'm going to do my job whether I'm getting paid or not. Not, you know, that's chosen for me. Painting, making glass art. Today I get to do some portraits. But a lot of times I am doing my work and I'm not getting paid in the moment, in real time, you know. When I finish the art, hopefully, you know, someone might buy it. But committing myself to the practice of doing that thing, just like committing myself to the practice of doing the morning pages, um, is honoring myself and honoring what I want to do. And that's one way we can use our morning pages too, is to, in a perfect world, if I was doing things all how I really wanted to, what would my day look like? What would my week look like? What would my month look like? You know, these are fun things to write about in our journals. Okay, so before I get gabbing on it more, let's grab our cardboard. And you're going to need white and one other color. So, first color that comes to you, grab that one. For me, it's blue. Now, if you're into chakras, maybe there's a certain chakra you feel you need to work on. Blue is the throat chakra. You know, I have an art show I'm moving towards called No Voice, No Freedom. That can be spelled N-O or K-N-O-W. Actually, I like it spelled both ways. And that's all about being able to use our voice and being able to use our voice creatively. I mean, isn't that what we're doing as creative beings? That's how we use our voice. I called somebody a word wizard the other day because I don't always feel I'm so great with words. I like to say what I have to say with paint. Look around me. There's all these paintings. Yeah. So however you express yourself is your way of using your voice. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Whatever color you choose is your color you choose. Don't think about it too much because we didn't come here to think a lot. We just came here to do and let it flow. And that's it too. Focusing on the breath, meditating, you know, these things help us get into the flow and be able to be here now with our fine selves, our creative selves, and do the thing. So, I don't usually, I put like a big blob of blue and a big blob of white here. Yeah. So, let's do this. I'm not going, this is my cardboard. I'm going to grab just whatever big brush, and you know, oftentimes as artists, we wait. We think we can't do our thing until we have the perfect tools. And that's another reason we use cardboard. I also use like beat up brushes. I don't have the perfect tools. I've never been able to afford the perfect tools. Or I haven't. Yeah. So whatever brush you got. If you don't have a brush but you have paint and cardboard, you can use a paper towel to paint with. And what we're going to do first is just quickly take our blue and our white or whatever colors you have in a combo and kind of maybe indicate like a circular motion going on. And we dress for our whatever it is we want to do for the day, right? So when we come to Creative Companions, we wear something we don't mind getting paint on for sure. So I'm just going to keep going in this motion, in a circular kind of motion is what I'm saying. I want you to do and cover your board. And we're not thinking about it. We're not trying to do anything perfect. This is the creative process, you know, and it's fun to watch. You started with a blank piece of cardboard and no clue what's going to be on there. I have a little bit of an idea, but not much either. So I'm just having fun just going round and round and round and round and round and round with that brush, moving that paint around. And when we paint on cardboard, it's fun to play around with different amounts of water just to see how that moves and how it blends. And, you know, there is no right or wrong. We're just doing the thing. So I'm going to give you some time to get that covered there. And then we're going to let it dry a little while. So yeah, so taking time in the morning to some way honor the day. It's a new day. It's a new you. You have a new opportunity every day. How are you going to present yourself to the world today? You know, keeping it real. So I'm going to show you that. And that's blue enough for me right now. I'm going to let that dry and put that brush in the water. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about you can heal your life while you continue to paint your cardboard. And just really, with the quickness, don't think about it a lot. Just cover it with the colors that you have chosen. So we're using one color and white to make this background, okay? So chapter 4 is called, Is It True? Is it true or real? Has two answers, yes and no. It's true if you believe it to be true, period. If you don't believe it's true, then it isn't. Glasses both half empty and half full, all that. So whatever you believe to be true becomes true for you. Whatever I choose to believe for me becomes true for me. So we need to examine our thoughts. Do you have recurring thoughts that keep you stuck in a certain way? Perhaps you're not even aware of it. Most people really aren't. So until someone can show you the connection between the outer experiences and the inner thoughts, you may remain a victim of life. So if your problem is that you have financial disaster, what is your belief about money? I am not worthy of having money. Having money scares me. Yeah, so these are things we're thinking about. Here's a problem. I'm always pleasing others. Always pleasing others. And the belief is I never get my way. Another reason to get your way in the mornings. Take care of you. Make you, choose to honor yourself first in the mornings. So whatever the problem is, it comes from a thought pattern, and thought patterns can be changed. So that's good news. So no matter how difficult an issue that is that we are dealing with, it's only the result or the effect of an inner thought pattern. So what kind of thoughts am I having that are creating this or that or this or that? And for me, like my journaling is that conscious, I want to create my own world, my own reality by keeping my thoughts, programming a positive day is something I write in my journal often. And then I'll write from there. So the topic, the writing prompt is programming a positive day. I am well. All is well in my world. I am healthy, whole, and complete. I am thankful that my higher self knows the desires of my heart and is always at work to bring those things to me. All I have to do is breathe in and out. So we're learning to talk to ourselves differently and understanding that we can change a thought. It's only a belief you learned as a child, and those beliefs can change. Some of the things you believe are positive and nourishing. Look both ways before you cross the street. That's a good one. What if we were told love is everywhere and the people are so friendly? And that's what we believed. Love is everywhere and people are so friendly. I always have whatever I need. I always have whatever I need to survive the present moment. And the present moment is all we ever have to survive. And if we're sitting here right now talking to one another, breathing, we have survived all of our present moments. So we've always had everything we needed to survive. We always will. But what if you think it's all my fault? What if that's your belief? What if your belief is, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry? It's not serving you well. These things sometimes are hard to think about. We think that's just the way it is. That's just the way I am. Not so. What those things, that's just the way I am, that's just the way it is, those specific words are really saying is that's what I believe to be true for me. Usually what we believe is only someone else's opinion we have incorporated into our belief systems. no doubt it fits right in with all the other things we believe. Yes. So there is no good or bad, only thinking makes it so. Shakespeare said that. There is no good or bad weather, there's just weather and our individual reaction to it. Some of us like the rain and the dreary. You know, one man's treasure is another man's trash. If we want a joyous life, then we think joyous thoughts. We must. If we want a prosperous life, we must think prosperous thoughts. If we want a loving life, we must think loving thoughts. Whatever we send out mentally or verbally will come back to us in like form. Each moment is a new beginning. Each moment is a new beginning. This canvas is a new beginning. So we've made like a swirl on here. Now with those same colors, and maybe a dry brush, a different brush. I'm going to use one a little smaller than the one I used before. Okay, we're going to decide now what's the top, what's the bottom. Look at your canvas and what you've created thus far and decide. What do you think the top, where's the bottom? Where's the top, where's the bottom? I'm going to go with mine this way. And then we're going to take those same colors, and again, I'm going to put my paintbrush in my water. I'm going to do it this direction. And first I'm just going to take the blue, dark. What I'm creating next is like a horizon line. So I'm going to go, it's going to be low. Maybe you think, oh, maybe that's water. Maybe that's the ocean. Maybe I put some waves on there. You know, look at that. So I'm just going to add some white and then pull it down this way. And we're not going to think about this too much because we don't know what's coming next. All we know is that we're just making like some indication that there's a horizon line, be that water edge or the edge of the hillside or whatever, a horizon. Just a, wow, that looks cool when I pull away from it now. And remember to do that. We need to take a wide angle view of whatever we're creating. We get so close to it that we become perfectionist with it, you know? Same with our life. We need to sit back and take a wide angle view and not be so hard on ourselves once in a while. And that's another thing that our journals are great for, you know? A place to write it all down. Yes. Love is everywhere. All right. Love is all around. And listen to those kind of songs too, you know, that make you feel good. It's about finding what feels good. We all just want to feel good, don't we? All right. So I'm going to give you a minute. And don't do it, you know, don't think about it too much. Just make that horizon line. Okay, now that I have that line, let's listen for a minute. A minute. Let's listen for a minute. The point of power is always in the present moment, right now. The point of power is always in the present moment, right now. You can always change your thoughts. Your problem no longer needs to be the truth for you. It can now fade back into nothingness from whence it came, and you can do the thing. I'm telling you what, y'all, I got real stuck up, not my nose and ear. I got stuck on my stuff. I got, yeah, all the darkness, all the everything. Change is a trigger, I reckon, for mental health issues and whatnot. And so moving out of the RV and moving my things into this space that I really wanted to do was quite the struggle for me. And I was telling myself all the wrong things. And I stayed there longer than I would like to admit. And now my problem is no longer the truth for me because there wasn't a problem in the first place. I was telling myself I couldn't do the things. And guess what? Everything I tried to do fell apart. I couldn't do the things. You know, and then I did self-care, yoga, meditate, take a bath, go for a walk, oh my gosh, cry, take a nap. I started feeling better, and I started telling myself different things. And I saw the big change. You can do the things. Remember, and I'm reading this now, you are the only person who thinks in your mind. You are the power and authority in your own world. Your thoughts and beliefs of the past have created this moment and all the moments up to this moment. So, what you are now choosing to believe and think and say will create the next moment and the next day and the next month and the next year. So, think about what you're thinking. You are the power in your world. You get to have whatever you choose to think. What if that's true? You get to have whatever you choose to think. This moment begins the new process. Each moment is a new beginning. And this moment is a new beginning for you right here, right now. This moment is the point of power. This moment is where the change begins. Ra-da-da-da. Look at you go. All right, grab your brush. This moment. All right, I'm going to go back in the dark blue. And what I'm going to do now is look at my circle shape. Yes, okay. And I'm going to start big and go that same shape. I thought I was going to be making it darker, but I guess I'm making it lighter. And make a spiral going inward. Sorry if you can't see that, but I'll show you again. I'm not done yet. So I started at the outer edge. Ooh, that's nice. And I'm just holding that brush there and spiraling inward. So you got a nice spiral. You see? I didn't think about it at all. Just globbed some paint on the brush. Made a spiral inward. Now I'm going to darken these top two corners just because I want to. And maybe you want to do that too on yours. I don't know. And I love the guided paintings in that. You know, I'm giving you a basis, but you'll see when we're done, and hopefully some of you at home will share yours, because though we're all doing the same thing, they're all going to be very different. Okay. I'm just going to darken those corners up. Darkening the edges pulls your eye to the center. See that? So that's what I got going on right now. I'm going to put that back in the water. Give you a minute. We're going to let that dry then, because next we're going to be doing some dry brushing. So we want our paint to be dry in there. And we never want to be in a hurry with ourselves. That's another part of self-care. Not rushing ourselves. Taking our time. Allowing ourselves the time to do the thing. To practice the thing. To practice yoga. To practice meditation. To whatever. To practice playing your instrument. Whatever. Okay, so let's see. Is it true? So stop for a moment and catch your thought. What are you thinking? Is it true? If it is true that your thoughts shape your life, would you want what you were just thinking right now to become true for you? If not, that's okay. You can begin right now to watch and listen to what we say to ourselves. If you hear yourself expressing negative words of any sort, stop in mid-sentence. Either rephrase the sentence or just drop it. You can even say to it, out. Or see a big stop sign in your head. You know, it starts with the thoughts we think. And then the words that come out of our mouth will change too. So let us stay away from thoughts that create problem and pain, suffering. One of my early teachers, Dr. Raymond Charles Baker, would repeatedly say, when there is a problem, there's not something to do, there's something to know. We need to get quiet and sit with that problem. See what there is to know about it, what there is to learn from it. What do we know from before that can help with that? We don't have to be like reactive in the moment and going off with emotion and chaos. Though that happens too. We're learning to come at life from a more calm, conscious manner. Aware, alive, alert, and aware. Our minds create our future. When we have something in our present that is undesirable, then we must use our minds to change that. And we can begin to change it this very second. So there's no time to waste. continue with your work on yourself. You know, and the also acceptance and knowing that we're all just works in progress. We're in a certain spot on our path right now. You can only do what you can do today. Okay, so I'm going to get myself a paper towel and a completely dry brush that I have not used yet today. Preferably one that's pretty stiff. That one's a little too stiff. You know, you can learn to tickle yourself with your thoughts. Like, sometimes I crack myself up on a good day, you know? Like, oh my goodness. What are you thinking now? That was the other thing, you know, in that dentist chair. If you don't want to be here now, and you want to just relax inside yourself and in your body, and we learn to meditate. We can also bring up thoughts about the past and torture ourselves and feel terrible and play that tape over and over again. We can also project into the future, and we can make it a scary one. We can scare ourselves with thoughts about the scary future where we're, you know. So in that dentist chair, I thought, ooh, this is a great time to meditate because I have no idea how long I'm going to be here. And I could project into my fabulous future and go walk through that art show I imagine for my higher self and my creative self to get to experience in this lifetime. I could go walk through that show in my mind instead of struggling with, oh my gosh, I'm at the dentist. And so that is what I did. And I walked through the whole show and I got some insights about some things and how that show's going to look. No voice, no freedom, y'all. It's going to be real one day. Yeah. So if you find yourself fantasizing, because that's what you're doing. If you're thinking about the past or you're thinking about the future, you're having a fantasy. So if you're using your imagination station to fantasize and you're scaring yourself and it's dark and it's scary and it's doom and gloom, change the script. You wrote it. So you can project into an amazing future where you get everything you ever wanted. There's chickens in the yard, y'all. There will be chickens in the yard. So we have a dry brush now. And our canvas should be pretty dry. Mine's still wet in that one corner, but I'm going to just wave it around a little bit and then go right to this dry brush. Okay, so I'm going to show you. The dry brush is completely dry, no water, rough tip. I'm going to put it in the white paint only and then wipe most of that paint back off on the palette. Then I'm going to wipe some off on my paper towel. Okay. And then I'm going to go where the edge, where the two colors meet. And I'm going to drag that. Look at that. It's hardly making a mark, which is what I'm after. You don't want it to make an actual line. It's going to just be giving like a glowy effect. I'm going to put a little more paint on the brush. And I like to use the brush until, and I'm not really liking that brush. If you don't like the brush you got, nix it, get a different one. I have so often found myself painting away with a brush I don't like that's not doing what I want it to do. Then why do you keep doing it? It's like the public school system. It's not working. Why do you keep doing it? That's just my opinion. Try not to give those too much. My opinion. Who am I? All right, dry brush. So dry brush, just giving like a soft, glowy edge wherever the two colors meet. And remembering to keep with that spiral motion that we've created. I'm going to go right here to the middle now. I got a smaller brush now. And it's dry. Can you see what it does? See, it just makes like a cloudy effect. I even have some white paint there I could use. Go up here. Just keep that circular motion going. See? Isn't that looking nice? Heck yeah, heck yeah. Now, using that same dry brush, again, wiping off most of the paint. Okay, imagining now that there's energy coming from the center going out. Like that. Like that. It goes out, out. Ooh, I like that. You see? So take a moment to do some dry brushing there, and I will too. I'm going to go back to the book here a second. I love you. I love what you're doing. You're doing the thing. That's all that matters. Showing up. You showed up for you. Showed up for me. I'm proud of us. You know, even when you don't feel good, and we'll walk around saying, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I don't feel good. What if you just said, I'm healing. I'm resting. Better and better. Don't focus on the pain, y'all. Look, it's beautiful. It can be beautiful. Love is everywhere. Okay. So there's no time to waste. Continue with the work. At the end of every chapter in You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, there's a little remedy kind of poem. And I've said before, I like to sometimes write these in my journal too, because that too is a good meditation. I'm going to read to you one now as you continue to dry brush, and don't go overboard. We're going to do a few more things. This painting isn't done yet. The aha moment's coming. Lengthen your breath, focus on your breath, practicing the art of breathing and listening now. In the infinity of life where I am, always perfect, whole, and complete. I no longer choose to believe in old limitations and lacks. I now choose to begin to see myself as the universe sees me, perfect, whole, and complete. The truth of my being is that I was created perfect, whole, and complete. Look how hard it is to even say those words. I am now perfect, whole, and complete. I will always be perfect, whole, and complete. I now choose to live my life from this understanding. I am in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. And all is well in my world. So mote be. And it's the end of chapter 4. So what do we do now will be the question for chapter 5. So for now and this now, we're going to wrap up this painting. Also, while we have this dry brush, and we've been working with the white paint, I'm going to take that really... Oh, I stuck it back in the water. Will this one work? This one will work. So another dry brush, or the same one you were reusing. Now with a little more paint on the brush, I'm going to flick some stars. Oh, well, it came out squiggles. You get what you get, folks. Radical acceptance of what is. So I'm just doing some flicking in the dark area there. To just add another texture, and maybe this is, I don't know, this could be water I'm creating. This could be the solar system or something. Solar system wolf! He steals your thoughts! That's from some weird show I watched. I love it. I like to paint solar system wolf too. Anyway, so you can do some flicking like that. Okay. I'm also going to create more of a path with this dry brush to my center spot, and it will be small perspective, so it's small up there and it gets wider as it comes forward and joins my water. So see there, I made a little path, if you will, to that center darkness. Now imagining that yourself is emerging and growing, and your emerging self is in that darkness. We're going to make a stick figure. So I'm taking a small brush. Where's my camera? A small brush with just a little paint on. And at first I'm going to make a dot for the head. We're just making a stick person. Don't get scared. Okay, so a dot for the head. Then we're going to make a line for the body. How tall is it? We're going to make some legs. And then I want my arms to be reaching up. Reaching up. Almost star pose. Now, I didn't make myself standing on the path. I'm not connected to it. So I'm going to continue my path so that it connects. We don't want to be disconnected from our path. I'm going back to the blue and just making this path a little more prominent with the darkness. See that? So there's my little stick person right there, but I'm not done with my stick person yet, but I'm just going to leave her like that for a second. I'll come back to it in a minute. I just wanted to refine my path a little. So we're always staying on our path, right? We're emerging from there, and this is our path forward, always going forward. So we're facing forward. And perhaps, I'm going to make some little feeties. Perhaps we have wings. Perhaps we're some kind of fairy there. And I'm going to do it with the dark first, under my arms that I had put there. Look, under my arms that I put there, I made a dark shape, like wings. And now I'm going to add some highlights to that. And you might not want to do this part till you watch me, and then you kind of get an idea. What's up? So this is your growing spirit emerging, moving you forward. Perhaps you make that really dark behind you because you're coming out of the darkness into the light. I'm going to put a halo on this one. It's crooked and that's good. That's just a little line. Just a little line. You see? So remember to pull it back and look at it once in a while. Now you could do more dry brushing on there. You could add some glitter paint. I always like that, you know. I'll show you ones I did in other classes. Here's a green one. Focused on healing in this one. 2015 I did that, it says. I have a pink one here I did last year, 2020. See that little self? And that little self emerging. Now, you may decide to add another color at this point. Or you may decide to just leave it as this. And just a reminder. You know, everything that you survived is behind you. You already survived it. It's all happening. You're moving forward now. Always forward, only forward. Yeah, so I like a simple little painting like this. Felt good to make that. Thanks for all the comments, y'all. I have a hard time getting to read them, but I'll go back. Yes. Are you still breathing? Remember to breathe in and out. Remember to honor your art that you create and sign it and date it. You know, and I've said the closer I get to the end of the painting, the smaller the brushes get. So I find myself looking for a smaller brush yet than the one I just had. And I'm just going to put some more little highlights here and there on my inner being. So that she is shining through strong. My wing's really big because, you know. So we'll be on chapter 5 next week. Let's see what chapter 5 is going to be about. What do we do now? We've decided to change, so what do we do now? That's what we're going to be talking about. I appreciate you. I appreciate me for showing up. Self-care is so essential. You know, do what you do with your painting. Make sure you sign it, date it, put it somewhere of honor where you can look at it and see the beautiful thing that you are creating, that you created. You know, and anything you do, like the creative process, showing up for this and doing these paintings and doing these group activities that we do. You learn things about yourself and maybe things you didn't know, or maybe you remember something that you like to do that you had forgotten, or discover something new. Maybe you'll tell your friends too. Yeah, good things, big things are coming. Big things are coming for you too. Learn to follow the signs. We love you. May you have the best day ever. Till we meet again. Peace out. Thank you.